Welcome back, guys, to New York Jets franchise here on Madden 26. This is episode 4 of Jets franchise. If you missed last episode, go ahead and check it out. We played two games. We played the Bills and the Buccaneers. As you can see, we beat the Bills and then lost to the Buccaneers. The Bills game was a really good game. But you're just gonna have to check it out if you want to watch that. Brees Hall went off in that game. Buccaneers was kind of the score may look a little closer than it was, but we were getting blown out like the entire game. So, but we'll start this episode with a weekly recap here. It's a new thing they have in Madden if you haven't played the franchise mode yet. But we have weekly recap. We'll just go over what happened last week in the NFL. Obviously, our game, Jets and Bucks, we did lose to the Buccaneers. Their defense was just too good. Defense was just too good. Offense couldn't get anything going. Defense also wasn't good. Yeah, Fields 10 of 21, 134 yards. Mayfield 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 38-23 loss. We head to a divisional game here, Arizona and San Fran. Both teams started the season 2-0. As you can see, Kyler Murray looks like on a screenplay over the middle to Marvin Harrison. They dominate the 49ers 42-7, and the Cardinals with a 3-0 start for the season. So the Cardinals could be a surprising team in the NFC with Kyler Murray. AFC, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers and our division rival Patriots. Both teams are also 2-0. Drake May hits I want to say Travion Henderson on that play. Jukes out a defender and blows out Pittsburgh 44-13. Drake May with 4 passing touchdowns and a huge home win against Stephon Diggs actually with the catch. And that is your weekly recap. And in week 4, we're going to be playing the Dolphins on the road. Both teams are 1-2. This is a Monday night prime time game. So excited for that. We look at some of our season ranks. We currently have the 6th best scoring offense, the best rushing offense, but defense is the complete opposite story. The worst scoring defense, the worst passing defense, but the 12th best rush defense. The Dolphins, on the other hand, have the 10th best passing offense, the 5th best rushing offense, the 10th best rushing defense. So this should be a fun game, I think. Should be a good game. And then week 5 will be against the Cowboys. So I think from now on we're going to be doing 2 games an episode, just so these seasons don't take 17 episodes because that would be insane. All right, and I did change once or 2 settings actually. Since we're going to be playing 2 games, we're going to do 9-minute quarters, 20-second minimum play clock time, just so I'm not sitting here for 2.5 hours playing games. So maybe that makes the video a little shorter. Last video was over an hour long. It was like an hour 10 or something, but it was one of my most viewed videos in a little bit. So maybe you guys like the longer form videos. Let me know in the comments below if you want longer videos or these are just fine the way they are. But now, so we're in week 4, we can look at players to negotiate. We looked at this last week, but not going to make a decision on re-signing anybody as of this moment. We do have a lot of big free agents, like a bunch of starters: Brees Hall, Vera Tucker, Cisco, Tony Adams, both of our safeties, Quincy Williams, Derek Nani, John Simpson, Alan Lazard, Gibson. I already have in mind who I'd want to resign, who I'm not looking to resign. Like, obviously, I would like to get Brees Hall back. Vera Tucker wants a big deal, but we'll make those later in the season. But we have this road game against Miami here, so I'm going to do weekly strategy, do weekly training, and I'll update you guys if we have any injuries. We have 1 of 2 upgrades here for Malachi Moore, our backup strong safety. He hasn't played. He might be playing on special teams. He's got 87 speed, 70 hit power. It's not really good at one thing, so I think we'll just go zone here, keep him progression, and overall he's up to a 69. He gets +1 awareness, play rec, pursuit, and then +2 to zone coverage. Puts him at 73 zone right there. And our second upgrade is to Quantez Stiggers. Again, he's not really good at one thing. His stats are okay, they're not great. So we'll just go zone here. It's also a scheme fit. He gets +1 awareness, +1 attack, and +2 to man and zone. Okay, now he's up to 71 zone coverage. So that is that. That's all the upgrades we have to do. All right, one interesting trade. There's been Um, a lot of trades here, like AJ Epinesa going to the Cowboys and Rayshon Jenkins going to the Panthers. But an intriguing one here is the Browns trade away Zach Zinter and a fifth this year for Mac Jones. So the Browns now have Mac Jones, Joe Flacco, Shadir Sanders, and probably uh, Dylan Gabriel. I don't know. It's a weird quarterback group, but the Dolphins have three injuries. They are missing their rookie D tackle Kenneth Grant, Jordan Phillips, one of their other D tackles, and Jedrick Wills Jr. So they're going to be without two of their D tackles, so that maybe means we can run the ball. Like I said, we have the best rushing offense in the league with uh, Breece Hall and Justin Fields, so that's a pretty dynamic duo there. So let's go ahead here and jump into this Miami game. All right, and one slight move to the roster, or change the roster. We're going to move Braylon Allen here to power back just to give Breece Hall a little bit of breather. And Braylon Allen, in the final drive of the Buccaneers game, had some nice runs there, had a touchdown. But that's the only change going into this road game. Monday night primetime, going against the 1-2 Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Oh, that's cool. Monday night prime time. It's our first non-Sunday game here as it's raining in Miami here at Hard Rock Stadium. So it looks like we might have to change our game plan here a little bit and go maybe a little run heavy today. But here we are. Monday night prime time against the Dolphins. We will kick it off to start the game. All right, return to the 22, and here steps out Tua Tagovailoa, or Tagovailoa? I think that's how you pronounce it. Onto the field for the Dolphins. Pass defense is struggling, and we're going against the fastest offense in the league with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and that running back right there, Devon Achane. Will get 4 on his first rush, which this was made before Keenan Allen went back to the Chargers. So he's on the Dolphins in this franchise. Oh my God, how did I make that title there? Devon Achane gets the first down, has 14 on his first 2 carries. It's a bad user by me. I'm not good at usering. So that's just one thing I have to get out of the way there. Devon Achane, good block by Ingold. Achane, 3 carries, and he's at 27 yards right now. And Tua on the run. It's Tyreek Hill overthrown. That's deflected by Michael Carter. They're not fast enough to keep up with the Dolphins wide receivers as that was sniffed out immediately. Is that Kaiser White, I believe, or Jamien Sherwood? Jamien Sherwood with the TFL makes it 3rd down and 12. All right, now 3rd down and long here for the Dolphins. Tua has time. Tua has too much time. Tua short to Tyreek makes the catch. Wow, what a catch. Still 6 yards short. Tua had a lot of time in the pocket. Good thing nothing got open downfield. And that's going to be a punt forced by our defense here. Don't touch that. All right, that's that. I'm sorry, they're 20. It was that Brandon Stevens is hurt on that punt. That's not good. That's our CB2 there, and Ezra Thomas will take a spot on the defense. And intercepts at our offense. Couldn't really get anything going through the air yesterday or last week, and it looks like we might not pass the ball that much today, as my game's frozen. Okay, that was a long pause for Breece Hall. Why is my game doing this? All right, for some reason my console just freaked out there. All right, now it's 1st and 10 after Breece Hall carry. Play action. We're actually going to hit Lazard. Can we get a block? Nice block there from Mason Taylor. Stepped out of bounds a little early there. All right, 3rd down and 5. For the offense there. We're going to hit Mason Taylor. The rookie from LSU makes the catch in traffic. The rookie Mason Taylor makes a fantastic catch with a Miami defender right up in his right up in him. I don't know how to say that without making it sound weird. All right, now 2nd down and 9 here. We're going to hit Lazard for his 2nd straight catch. Puts that 3rd and 2. Brees Hall now back into the game after taking 2 plays off. We're going to hand to him. He's going to cut left side, and he's going to have just enough to move the chains. All right, incomplete now. 2nd and 10. We're going to hit Mason Taylor for the jump ball. Makes the catch, but it's out of bounds. 2 straight incompletions now. Makes it 3rd down and 10. Can we score here? We're going to try to lob that. That's caught! Jeremy Ruckert off the tip. Touchdown, Jets. I was trying to get that to Malachi Corley, but the Dolphins defender deflects it right to Jeremy Ruckert. I have never seen the CPU ever. The CPU never catches it off tip, so that caught me by surprise, and that's going to be the first score of the game is by the backup tight end Jeremy Ruckert. And Mevis' extra point is good, makes it 7-0 New York. I was caught off guard by that. On defense here, Ollie Gordon's in the game. Running back from Oklahoma State. We'll get 5 yards there. 3rd and 2. Come on defense. 3rd and 2, Miami. Tua rolls left, tries to get the first down, and Will McDonald pushes him forward. Why would you ever hit him from behind when it's it's like 3rd and 1, and he's gonna get the first down? The CPU should just always grab the quarterback and pull them back. Why would you ever push the quarterback forward? That makes no sense. Anyways, it's 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill on the out makes his first, or actually 2nd grab of the day. He goes for 7. End of the 1st quarter here in Miami. We currently have a 7-0 lead going into the 2nd quarter. I think the 2nd quarter went by fast. I don't know. Let me guys know, what do you think's the perfect play clock and whatever. I thought 10 minutes, 17 seconds was a solid, but, if we're going to play 2 games an episode, I want to, maybe shorten the games a little bit as Tyreek Hill makes the catch. Use the chains. All right, 2nd and 9 here. To Darren Waller, the unretired former Giants tight end. I forgot, honestly, he even played on the Giants. Didn't he not play a season for the Giants? He got traded and then retired, I think, right? Or he might have played a season for them. I don't remember, and was injured. Tua tries to scramble, but will be stopped by Quinnen Williams. The big man. Just enough speed to get Tua. Tua stretched the ball, didn't get it. And no way are they going to punt it. 4th and inches from their own 36. This has to be a fake. No way they're actually punting the ball here. Wow, they're actually punting the ball on their own 36 on 4th and inches. That's Mike McDaniel for you, I guess. Brees Hall currently, I think he's 2nd in the league for rushing yards. So that's something. All right, we're starting deep in our own territory here at our own 8. So the run, Brees Hall jukes right and is tackled for 5. Another run, Brees Hall right at the middle. Brees Hall completely untouched until 20 yards down the field. 1st down, Jets. Brees Hall is continuing his monster start to the game there with a nice 20-yard gash. We're going to motion Lazard. Play action. We're rolling. We're actually going to scramble with Fields here. Get some nice blocks. We're going to step out of bounds there for the 1st down. 1st and 10, Braylon Allen. Now into the game. He is met by, I want to say, Jalen Brooks, former Seahawk linebacker, with the tackle. It's now 3rd and 11. Come on, baby. 3rd and 11. Screen to Brees Hall. Brees Hall, does he have the speed? Yes, he will. Brees Hall converts a 3rd and 11 there. Fields. Has he thrown there? That looked like another linebacker blitz. No, it was a blitz. And now it is 3rd down and 9. Garrett Wilson not in the game. He has yet to make a catch. Fields is going to roll out. Fields rolling right and just going to throw that out of bounds there. Dolphins had everything on locks. And that's going to be a punt. Right, another play action. Ingold, second straight catch with Kaiser White covering and breaks the tackle. Good thing that was enough of a play by Cisco to put him out of bounds. That would have been kind of embarrassing if Alec Ingold scored like a 70-yard touchdown on us. Miami now in our territory here on 1st and 10. It's a screen to Devon Achane. Quinnen Williams had it. Alright, I pressed X, which I believe is safe tackle, but last play for the 2-minute warning. Tua over the middle. Dropped by Waller. 3rd down and 6 for Miami. They're going to go empty backfield. And down goes Tua. Unblocked linebacker Jamien Sherwood. Will drop Tua for a loss of 7. And that's going to be a 4th and 13 punt for Miami. Jamien Sherwood from the Mike linebacker brings down Tua Tagovailoa. Now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Can we get that Alan Lazard over the linebacker? It's that animation, dude. Gotta love that animation. Another 2 straight incompletions. Makes it 3rd and 10 from the 20. Fields sacked. Sacked on the play. And that's going to be a 3 and out from our offense. Look at instant replay there. Yeah, Joe Tippmann got beat pretty much instantly there by, I think, Zach Seiler. That was incomplete. 1st and 10, play action. Tua, Jermaine Johnson brings him down. 2nd sack of the day, and it's the brand new superstar Jermaine Johnson on the play. Makes it 2nd and 19. Miami uses one of their 2 timeouts here. Tua scrambling for his life. Jermaine Johnson there once again. 2 big plays there from Jermaine Johnson. It is now 3rd down and 19 for Miami after the sack and incompletion. Tua has a good enough time. Launches it deep. Jalen Waddle. Incomplete. Brandon Stevens with the knockout. Great play there by Brandon Stevens. And that's going to be a Miami 3 and out. 2 straight 3 and outs for the halftime. Fields to Garrett Wilson. Sails him by a few yards there. Incomplete. He was open too. They do need safe or corner help. Maybe they should do that in real life. Short to Xavier Gibson. Takes a shot. Gonna call a timeout here. 27 seconds left. 1st and 10 now. Taylor is open. Mason Taylor out of bounds. Gain of 9 there. But that's 2nd and 1. We're going to hit Alan Lazard on the slant there. Getting us to the Dolphins 32, and we're going to use a timeout. 1 more left. All right, it's now 1st down and 10. We're going to hit Breece Hall out of the backfield. Breece Hall out of bounds. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2 now here. Hit Malachi Corley there. I think we're just going to settle for a field goal here. Yeah, we're going to use a timeout here. 3 seconds left. Gets us in the field goal range here to give us a 10-0 lead going into halftime here. It's a 36-yarder. Mevis's kick is up, and it is good. Clock expires. We get points before halftime, and we are heading into halftime up 10-0 over the Dolphins here in this divisional matchup. Defense has played really good. Offense is doing enough to give us a comfortable 10-0. I feel comfortable 10-0. As going around the league here, we got the Packers and the Cowboys here, as Jordan Love showboating there on the touchdown. Packers win this one 28-14, moving to 3-1. The Cowboys are now 1-3. We have two of the top teams here in the AFC. We got the Ravens and we got the Chiefs. AFC Championship rematch from a year ago. Lamar Jackson here launches it down the right sideline. And guess who it is? DeAndre Hopkins, who is known for making those types of catches, as the Ravens will beat the Chiefs here 27-17, moving them to 3-1. All right, we have the undefeated Rams at home against the 1-2 Indianapolis Colts. We'll check in on this game. Stafford breaks the sack, throws on the run, and he has I can't tell who that is. Is that Tyler Higbee in the back of the end zone? Anyways, Rams win 28-25, and their undefeated season stays alive 4-0. And look around the league, Washington 31-17, Buffalo 31-13 over Saints and Atlanta. So the scores, defense has played pretty good today. We haven't been beaten very many times down the field. It's mainly been a Breece Hall game here offensively. Garrett Wilson has been held to no catches so far. Here we're going to get some more Breece Hall action there as Breece Hall breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. Breece Hall, 2 broken tackles on that play. Gets us the first down. What a hard-earned first down there from Breece Hall in a contract season. Gets the first down. Now first down and 10 here. Play action. We're going to launch it deep. Garrett Wilson. That is incomplete. Honestly, I didn't think the safety was going to go with him there, but it's James Bradbury incomplete. Malachi Corley on the whip route. Malachi Corley outruns the defender. Malachi Corley at the 5. Pushed out of bounds at the 3. A big catch and run there from Malachi Corley, second-year receiver from Western Kentucky, and we are down at the 3-yard line. We're going to put Breece Hall in here and trying to make it 4 touchdowns on the season, and he will go nowhere. Play worked last time. Remember, we had a big run here on this play, and we will go nowhere again. Bradley Chubb meets Breece Hall, and that's a loss of 4. Now makes it a difficult 3rd and goal from the 8. Can we capitalize here? Third and goal. Breece Hall cannot hold on. Incomplete. And we're going to be stalled there. I thought he was going to be a lot more open on that play. Mevis's kick will sneak in there, and now we extend our lead here to 13. With 6:35 left in this third quarter. They're going to need a touchdown here as Tua play action. Tua breaks the sack. Tua still running, and finally Tua is brought down. Loss of 8, and that's sack number 3 for the Jets. Was that Will? I think that might have been Will McDonald with the play. We're going to motion Achane out of the backfield. It's going to be a screen Achane, but we read that all the way. It's Will McDonald again. 2 back-to-back amazing plays there from the Iowa State product. Makes it 3rd in forever. Miami offense needs to get going here. Can they start here? Tua, short, broken tackle, but he's met immediately. And that's going to be another 3 and out for Miami. Miami's offense has been completely shut out so far. Our defensive line's starting to step up, and that's going to be a punt. Xavier Gibson would like better blocks there. Holds them again. Another rush. Breece Hall. Breece Hall's got space. Breece Hall. Straight run there by Breece Hall gets us into the 40-yard line. We've had a lot of huge gaps created by our offensive line. Let's look at that. He wasn't even touched till he was about the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 here. That's picked off. Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't know. I tried throwing it earlier. I don't, that's just not a good play. That's going to be Miami's first turnover forced on the day. I tried bulleting it. And that was just kind of thrown right to the defender there. My defense, you've been playing amazing all day. Let's not allow a touchdown here. Tua's got time. Tua over the middle to Tyreek Hill. First catch in a little bit there for the veteran. Gets them the first down. Stretch right side. Good blocks there from the Dolphins. Tackled by Tony Adams and Sherwood. Gain of 8. As it's a toss. Left side. Achan's got speed. Achan. Good blocks by the Dolphins. Achan finally pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Oh my gosh. Achan's got amazing speed. That's tough to stop. Once he gets outside the tackles, he's kind of hard to bring down. It's that first goal from the 10. Achan's dead tired. But they're going to give the ball back to him there as there is a flag. I'm going to assume it's holding. But we'll see. It's going to be illegal block in the back on the offense here. We're going to accept that. That's going to make it first and goal from the 14 now. Jalen Wright in the game for Miami. Tua lost it. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle gives Miami their first points of the game, and now that will breathe life into this Miami offense. Now they're only going to be down to 1 touchdown. Bruce Hall on the day has 10 carries for 73 yards, averaging 7.3 yards per carry for the league's second leading rusher. They're first and 10. We're going to give it to Bruce Hall, and he is met immediately. Loss of 3. They're starting to crack down on the run game. Second and 13 here. We're going to hit Garrett Wilson. Gets his first catch of the day here late in this third quarter. Gets 8. It's now 3rd down and 5 here for the offense. This is a big 3rd down. Fields hits Breece Hall. Breece Hall cannot break the tackle. Chris Barnes, another big play there. And that will be the conclusion of the third quarter. We head into the fourth quarter. This is a low-scoring affair here on Monday night in this torrential downpour here in Miami as we cling on to the lead here, 13-7, heading into the final stretch of offense. Dolphins have 150 right now, so it's been not a lot of offensive production here as they get Waddle on the drag for the first down. Like, really injured. Second and 9, Tua. What was that? That was a weird pocket movement that gets the first down. Darren Waller. Have we gotten a turnover today? I don't think we've gotten one. Anyway, screen Tyreek Hill. Gain of 5, and Tyreek Hill's injured. That's big. That's huge. That helped us. That helped us a lot. It's fictional. It's not. It's a fake version of Tyreek Hill. It's not real Tyreek Hill, guys. Calm down. 3rd and inches. This looks like an obvious run. They have no wide receivers out on the field. 3rd and inches. It's a QB sneak. I forgot about that. I don't know if you can even stop the QB sneak in this game, but 7 stretch right side. Achan. Whoa, that was a warp tackle if I've ever seen one by Quinnen Williams. Zone coverage here. 1st and 10. Tua lofts it. Out of bounds. Lost to 3 to Keenan Allen. That's his first catch, I think. And now it is 3rd down and 13 here. 3rd and 13. Defense, can we get a stop? It's a screen. Achan. We sniff it out. Good enough. Cisco tackle, and that's going to be a 4th and 8. Miami. Looks like Miami's just going to settle for a field goal here. They're going to hope their defense can step up. On 4th and 8, Sanders' kick is right down the middle. Miami makes it a 3-point game. Defense stands. Defense holds them. Now offense just needs to put it here. Touchdown, pretty much I would safely say ends the game. We got to score a touchdown on this drive, or a kick return touchdown by Isaiah Thomas would be awesome. But no, another decent return, starting at 36. Another run, Brees Hall, first down. Puts him over 80 yards on the day. That's going to move the chains. Fields will roll right. Fields picked off. Oh my fucking god, dude. That's second interception of the second half, and Miami's got the ball, dude. What the fuck am I doing? I'm thinking maybe Garrett Wilson will come back for the ball or do something, but he just kind of stands there, and Miami's gonna take over here. That's fucking great, dude. First and 10, Miami. Field goal will tie it. Touchdown will win it. Ollie Gordon slips. Doesn't matter. We still can't bring him down. It's fucking Ollie Gordon. It's not Oklahoma State Ollie Gordon. Jesus Christ. Third down and 4 for Miami. Let's get a fumble. Let's get a fumble. Fumble or a pick here. I'm calling it. Fumble or a pick. Tua on the run. Lost it. Keenan Allen. Incomplete. Brandon Stevens in coverage. Defense holds. 4th and 4. Miami will kick a field goal here to hopefully tie the game. Jason Sanders. Kick is good. And that will tie it up at 13. Will McDonald's hurt. McDonald's made some nice plays today, and we're going to be without him. They still aren't losing. Outside, Mason Taylor, the rookie tight end from LSU, starts this drive with a 14-yard catch for the first down. Jesus Christ. We're going to attempt a long ball here. Garrett Wilson, one-on-one, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 11. We'll see what will happen here. Fields sacked. And Elijah Vera Tucker's hurt. Nothing was open there on that play. Miami, and that actually stops the clock for Miami. So now they're going to have a... Jesus Christ. All right, we're going to have to punt again, dude. Offenses, I've been playing terrible today. Austin McNamara to punt this one back to Miami here. Return to the 36. Miami has all timeouts in 1:22. All right, 30. That stops the clock for us. So if we get a stop here, we could have another shot here. Tua patiently waiting. Tua rolls left, fires, incomplete. Another deep ball attempt, swatted by Michael Carter, and that gives us a second chance at offense here. Justin Fields is going to take off. Justin Fields will juke. Justin Fields, get down. I pressed the fucking slide button. I pressed the fucking slide button. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I pressed square. Oh my god, Miami's going to take the lead here with 43 seconds left. You gotta be shitting me. Touchdown, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I pressed square. After we juked, I immediately pressed square. But we don't get the slide, and we just fumble the ball, and then Miami's going to win this fucking game. Jesus Christ. 3 turnovers all in this second half, dude. Miami's up 20-13 now. Jesus Christ. Miracle here. Fields is going to scramble, slide. I pressed fucking slide, dude. I swear to God, I'm pressing slide every single time. We're going to snap this ball. We're going to launch it. Garrett Wilson, one-on-one. Incomplete. Try to get that. Asante Samuel locks him down. 3rd and 10 here. Over the middle. Lazard. Get down, get down. Timeout. We have 5 seconds left. We're going to get a Hail Mary or 2. A Hail Mary or 2 attempts here on 1st and 10. I think it might just be one shot to the end zone. Fields lofts it. Time expires. It's way overthrown, incomplete, and that's going to be the game. Nowhere even close to any receiver there. And that is the game. I absolutely choked that game, dude. 3 turnovers, second half. And that's gonna make us 1-3 on the season, dude. Torrential downpour. We don't play well in the rain. Is what I'm hearing. Is what I've been coming with you. We don't play well in the rain. We just turned the ball over too many times in that second half. We'll check out our stats though. Justin Fields, 17 of 33, 208 yards, touchdown, 2 picks. I'm gonna run the ball more. I'm gonna run the ball more. It's just that the coach suggestions aren't giving me very many runs. They're giving me a lot of passes for some reason. Yeah, Brees Hall only had 13 carries, but he averaged 6.3 yards per carries, and we only gave it to him 13 times. Fields had 2 fumbles. One of them, I pressed triangle, or I pressed square on both of those fumbles, but only one of them mattered in the end. Braylon Allen had no yards rushing. Brees Hall led the team with catches for 5 catches for 23 yards. Lazard, 4 catches, 45. Mason Taylor, 3 catches, 48. Corley had 2 catches for 51 yards. Wilson had 1 catch for 8 yards. Ruckert with the only passing touchdown. We also had 4 drops this game. Sacks allowed from Membu and Joe Tipman. Jamie Sherwood, 10 tackles. A lot of TFLs. 3 for Will McDonald, 3 for Sherwood, 1 for Noddy, Jermaine Johnson, Williams. Sacks, 1 for Jermaine Johnson, 1 for Sherwood, half 1 for Noddy and Will McDonald. No turnovers. We did have 2 pass deflections for Sherwood and Carter. No forced fumbles. Made both of his field goals. We're just not getting turnovers. I don't think we have a single turnover. We might have forced a few fumbles. Yeah, we forced a few fumbles. We just haven't recovered a single one. We just gotta limit turnovers. All right, now we are here in week 5, going against the also 1-3 Dallas Cowboys. Their defense has been not good this year. One of the second worst scoring defense. Actually, we're tied. They have the 30th worst rushing offense, 29th ranked pass rushing offense, and the 22nd ranked scoring offense. So Cowboys are off to a very slow start here. Maybe that means we can run the ball. We are still ranked first in the league in rushing. So that's good. But we'll check out the weekly recap. All right, we move here to Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Both teams are 2-1 going into this game. You got Aaron Rodgers versus the Vikings, old rivalry matchup as he bests the Vikings once again 23-20. With 2 touchdowns over 200 yards over the Vikings, as does that celebration. I don't know what that celebration is supposed to be. Anyways, we have the Kirk Cousins Bowl here. The Commanders 2-1 versus the 2-1 Falcons here. You got Jaden McDaniels screen to the recently traded Brian Robinson. He's actually traded literally today to the 49ers, so that's kind of funny. But they emerged victorious 31-17. Michael Penix had no yards or stats. I'm assuming that's because their backup came in. He might get hurt, or he might be hurt or something. I don't know. But that is the weekly recap from last week. Anyways, we have a position battle. I'm assuming this is from, what was the preseason? Mason Taylor wanted to be the starting tight end. He's been doing pretty good so far. Not getting huge stats, but, he's doing well. He's doing well. Hey, coach, got my own pass machine at home now. Gets +2 catching. I'm locked in. It feels like I've made some huge strides lately. We've noticed I've been really impressed with how you took on the challenge. Got to take advantage of every opportunity, coach. Thanks again for the direction. Anytime. Keep up the hard work. All right, so that was cool. So Mason Taylor now has a +2 to catching. All right, we're looking at some of the league leaders here, and it turns out Brees Hall is now leading the league in rushing yards by 1 over Saquon Barkley, but he does have 11 less carries than Saquon and then 22 less carries than Derrick Henry, so his yards per carry has to be really good right now. That's the only guy there towards the top, though, for top performers, so keep an eye on that for a contract extension. All right, so the Cowboys only have one injury. It is to linebacker here, DeMarvin Overshown. We have no injuries because I have yet to do weekly strategy. That's why. So I'll do weekly strategy here, and I'll update you guys if we have any injuries on during practice. All right, we do suffer 3 injuries here. One to Charlie Jones. He's in the practice squad, so I don't know if that really affects us that much. But defensively, we have Quantez Stiggers, who is, I believe, our cornerback 5, who will be missing this game. So we're going to have 4 corners. And then free safety Andre Cisco will also miss this week. So we're going to be about 2 players in the secondary. So we might have to maybe sign somebody for a game. I don't know. We'll see if we have to make any moves. But we do have 2 upgrades here for Jamie Sherwood and Tyler Barron. Look at Jamie Sherwood here. He actually has some decent coverage. 70 man's all right. His block shedding is very low. So we are going to go into run stop here. That gets him to 76. He's +1 with morale. He gets +1 awareness, +2 to block shedding, and +3 to play recognition. He now has 80 play recognition there with the boost. And we have the rookie here, Tyler Barron, one of our rotational edge rushers. I don't think he's really played much, but he is one of our edge rushers here. He's pretty athletic here, 85 speed, 89 excel. He's got pretty good block shedding. He's got good potential. I think he could be a very good rotational guy, and maybe could, if somebody gets injured, definitely be thrown in there with that 78 block shedding. But I want to get his pass rushing up a little bit more, get him a little bit more balanced. He's going to get +2 power moves and +1 to tackle, so we now have 74 power moves. I might want to get him on the field here. He's got really good speed. He's got good block shedding and decent power moves. Maybe we could move him to backup rush edge for now. But yeah, we have 2 injuries, both to the secondary. We'll see if we'll have to make any signings for the day or the game. All right, and Cisco is out. We're gonna start Isaiah Oliver here at safety. He's got good awareness, good play rec. He can kind of cover. He's got good press. He's got not very good tackling pursuit. He could be a solid 1-game starter for us if needed. And then we're gonna have the backup free safety here. Jalen Simpson will be CB5 for this game. So we're gonna be a little thin at safety, but it should only, or corner in the secondary, but it should only be for 1 game. I don't really want to make any cuts right now. But like I said last episode, you guys have any suggestions on who we should trade, what if we should do any moves at the trade deadline. We're not going to make any changes to the lineup, any changes to the roster. We're just going to go ahead here and jump into this home game against the 1-3 Dallas Cowboys. Here we are in East Rutherford, New Jersey, with another home game. We got the Cowboys in town. Both teams entering this game 1-3. Both teams have been struggling. Last week, sloppy rain game from us. The Cowboys defense has been towards the bottom of the league. So offense should hopefully have a big day. Running should be a big part of our game, but we'll see as Brandon Aubrey will kick it off here. Start week number 5. Ezra Thomas gets it to the 27. And here steps out Justin Fields, who had the 2 picks and who had the fumble last week, trying to have a clean game against this Cowboy defense. Cowboys defense may be towards the bottom, but they have the best defensive player in the National Football League there, Micah Parsons. We're going to start here with a run. I thought Fields was going to keep that for a second. I read that wrong, but Breece Hall will get the first carry of the game. That is incomplete. It is now 3rd down and 8. We faced a 3rd down. We struggled in 3rd downs last week. We're looking here for an improvement. We're going to hit Garrett Wilson there, the underneath route or the in route. Gets the 1st down. Already matches the same amount of catches as he did last week. Only had the 1 catch in the loss to Miami. looking to get him the ball some more today. As Justin Fields will roll right. Justin Fields, we're going to throw it away there. Parsons was right there. We have Garrett Wilson in the slot here. We'll see how that fares against us. But we're going to throw underneath Lazard. That throw is low and behind. And that's looking like it's going to be a punt there. I have George Pickens in this game, on this roster, I think. As yes, they do right there. Oh, I thought he fumbled the ball there for a second. Quincy Williams, huge hit. So they do have George Pickens in this roster. I don't know if that was, a thing you had to do manually or that was a late thing. But they're going to start Javonte Williams with the run, the former Bronco. The Cowboys made a lot of interesting adds. You could say Kenneth Murray, Javonte Williams. They added Kaiir Elam. They added a bunch of guys who were highly touted players coming out of college and couldn't really get it going with their original teams. That was kind of like the main accusations they made. As CeeDee Lamb will make his first appearance there with the catch for the first down. Also have Jake Ferguson at tight end. He was a pretty underrated player. As Javonte Williams will get the first down for Dallas. Is Jaden Blue, the Texas running back. Now checks in the game. He will stay in. He will throw off a tackle of the linebacker there, but Sauce Gardner wraps him up there for a loss of 2. To right, they have Lamb isolated on the left. Prescott finds a gap in the zone and delivers a strike there to George Pickens. Getting them to the 15-yard line. Here from the 15-yard line. Prack. Dak is pressured. Can we bring him down? Jesus Christ. Tackling has been not the best so far. A lot of missing the first tackle there. For Williams here. It's first and goal from the 4. Dak lofts it. CeeDee Lamb. Nice play, Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner's been a little shaky start to the season, but makes a nice play there on CeeDee Lamb. They're in verts from the 4. I mean, whatever Brian Schottenheimer thinks is the best is probably the worst. But anyways, we'll go for second and goal. A run. Javonte Williams. Nice tackle there. It makes it third and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stand? Can the defense get a stop here on third and goal? Dak looking. Slant route. Dropped by Lamb. Nice hit by, I believe that was Jamian Sherwood, the linebacker, and that's going to make it incomplete. And Dallas will go for it here. Fourth and goal from the 3. Why is Sauce Gardner not in the game? All right, we're just gonna hope that this isn't a pass, and it's not. It's a run. We're all over that. I think that was Derek Nadi with the tackle, and Will McDonald's down again. He did get injured last week, as he's gonna step out of the game. But a huge stop by the defense. Dallas comes away with no yards or no points. Second goal from the 7 here. Another run. Breece Hall will try his best for the first. Will be a yard short. They're going to mark him. As it's now 3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1. We're going to keep it here with Fields. Fields keeps it. Justin Fields. Dallas was not expected in the QB scramble, as Fields will keep this drive going. A little too fast here. But anyways, we're going to give Breece Hall here. That's already his 5th carry of the day. He had all of 13 last week. 3rd and 2. We're going to hit the tight end, Mason Taylor, for the first down. Makes his first catch of the day, and that's going to be a Jet first down. 1st and 10 here. What are we going to do here? We're going to get it to Breece Hall as Fields takes a shot there, but we'll get the first down here. Now 2nd and 1. Can I switch it right side? We're going to switch it right here. We're going to run right at Micah Parsons. That was a mistake. Okay. I was thinking since there was a lot less defenders on that side, maybe we could block Parsons enough, but never mind. That's going to be a loss there. Now it's 3rd down and 5 here. Braylon Allen's now in the game on offense. As we're going to hit Mason Taylor, his second catch on this drive. Breaks the tackle. Nice play. Mason Taylor. And 10. Fields, we're going to try to run. Never mind, Parsons. They contain us well there. It's going to be incomplete. Peyton Turner, that better not be Peyton Turner there getting pressure on 2nd down anyways. It's 3rd and 10. We're going to try Garrett Wilson, who holds on. Garrett Wilson, what a catch. Touchdown, Jets. Amani Hooker was just... I don't even know what happened with Amani Hooker. Maybe thought Wilson dropped the ball, but Wilson with another amazing catch. That was a kind of a stupid throw by me. I was thinking maybe he was going to come open on that corner out. Just kind of bumped into Trayvon Diggs. Diggs didn't really make a play. Hooker just kind of froze up there. And we will strike first here in this 2nd quarter. That's 2nd and 9. Dallas. Prescott has George Pickens open. George Pickens breaks the tackle. That's going to put Prescott over 100 yards in this first half. Pickens talking smack right here. CeeDee Lamb isolated on the left. As they're going to throw underneath there. And there's going to be a flag. I'm going to assume it's holding or blocking the back. Legal block in the back on Dallas. Not seen called yet. And actually, maybe I've seen pass interference once anyways. But it's Dallas. Javonte Williams breaks the tackle of Quincy Williams. As Dak will throw it again. This time outside to Jalen Tolbert. And Javonte Williams, we're all over that. Jermaine Johnson, Quentin Williams combined on the TFL there. And it's 3rd down and 10 here for Dallas. Prescott looking. Prescott fires. Tolbert. 1st down. This first half's been going by pretty quickly as George Pickens completely uncovered. Touchdown. Dallas. And that's going to tie up the game here on that play. Our offense will step onto the field. Garrett Wilson only has 2 catches, but for 52 yards and a touchdown. He already has a lot better stats than he did last week. Start with a run here. Breece Hall bounces it out left side. Breece Hall will get out of bounds after the gain of 9. And there's an injury to the rookie tight end Mason Taylor. Now, we only have 3 tight ends on the roster. So that means Jeremy Ruckert will probably take his spot there. All right, 2nd down and 1 there. Breece Hall out of the backfield. Keep 2 feet down, and he does. Enough for the 1st down as we're going to put Ruckert in the game here. 2nd down and 10 here. Garrett Wilson will get 8 there. 3rd and 2 here. We're going to try a toss. A toss left side down on 3rd and 2 as Breece Hall, that's going to go nowhere. That's going to be a loss of 3. As Dak Prescott starts this game, 11 of 13, 139 yards. I don't know. I think no matter what sliders I find, their quarterback's just going to throw 80% completion percentage every time. I just don't think there's any way a quarterback cannot throw 80% completion percentage against you. As huge hit Quincy Williams. Can we force a fumble, please? As Dallas is electing to not take timeouts. And looks like they might just be comfortable going to halftime 7-7. At the play run, they're going play action here. Prescott rolling. He's going to run. Prescott will slide. And now they use a timeout with 20 seconds left. All right, 1st and 10. Trips right for Dallas. They had 2 timeouts, 20 seconds, and then they run the ball. What is that play calling? They have 2 timeouts, 1st and 10. You let 40 seconds go off the clock, and then you run it. And what's the point of even taking the 40 seconds off if you're just going to call a timeout anyways? And then they run it again. What sense does this make? I'm not going to use the timeout because there's no point. All right, that was some weird play calling by Brian Schottenheimer. But anyways, we're going at halftime. It is currently 7-7 all. As we'll check out the halftime report going around the league, see what's happening, who's winning, who's losing, what maybe major injuries are going on around the league. As we have the 2-2 Minnesota Vikings on the road against Cleveland. JJ McCarthy is apparently left-handed now, as he delivers a nice one-handed snag to Justin Jefferson. As Shedeur Sanders is starting for the Browns, but will lose 20-13. Maybe injuries from Cleveland, maybe Mac Jones. Then why did they trade for Mac Jones? I don't know. Anyways, the Dolphins, who are 2-2 in our division, going against the 0-4 Carolina Panthers, as Tua, who is actually left-handed, will throw on the run. It's raining again in Miami. Apparently Miami's facing a giant rain cloud, but Miami's up 14-10 over halftime. Bryce Young has only one incompletion, but only 37 yards. Tua has 2 touchdowns. 2-touchdown Tua, as Tyreek Hill will score there. And then we have the 3-1 Las Vegas Raiders versus the 1-3 Indianapolis Colts. Checking this game as Geno Smith tosses it left side. I don't think that's Ashton Jenkins. I think that's Zamir White. That is Zamir White. Hurls the defender. It is tied 10-10 there in Indianapolis. Okay, I guess Zamir White's their starter now. But going around the league here, Philadelphia and Denver are tied 21-21 on the halftime, so that's a game to watch. But first half has been, it's been a first half. Dak's looking pretty sharp. Offensively, Brees Hall has 9 carries, 33 yards. Dallas's run game has been pretty much non-existent, so that's good. As we'll go into the second half, tied 7 with us kicking it off. We just need more fumbles. We need more turnovers straight up from our defense. As CeeDee Lamb on that route is covered by Michael Carter, is pushed out of bounds. I have best cornerback matchup by overall. Now they changed it back to balance. Why do they change it at halftime? I don't get it. Alright, Sauce should now be guarding either Lamb or Pickens, not fucking Jalen Tolbert. As a stretch left side, Javonte Williams first down. Some adjustments here. And it's a give. Javonte Williams bounces it outside. Jermaine Johnson chases him down. Loss of 2. Jermaine Johnson, he's pretty fast for an edge rusher. He can chase down some of these running backs on stretch plays, as you see there. 37 and Dallas has trips right here. We need to get a sack. We need to get a sack here. As it's a handoff, Jaden Blue, and that's going to be a first down, but there's a flag. It's going to be a legal block in the back on like CeeDee Lamb. Nope, it's on George Pickens, on the slot receiver Pickens. What a shocker. George Pickens commits a penalty. That's unheard of. That's like hearing that Antonio Brown didn't do something great. Did do something crazy. It's like, yeah, well, grass is green. It doesn't matter. Michael Carter looks up another first down. A weird ass hair on my finger. All right, 2nd and 10. Dallas underneath. Jalen Tolbert breaks the tackle. There's a flag on the field there in that QB sneak. And they're going to call offsides on Sherwood. Obviously a QB sneak. Anyways, Dak. Play action. Quinnen Williams is right there, and Quinnen Williams gets the first sack of the day for the Jet defense, and that's going to be a loss of 10. Pushes them all the way back to the 22. It's going to be a big one there from Quinnen Williams. 2nd down and 20. Prescott short to Jalen Tolbert, who will get 10 yards back there. Makes it a manageable 3rd and 10. Third and 10. Come on, defense. Dak lofts it. Gardner gets mossed by CeeDee Lamb. Dude. Another touchdown allowed by Sauce Gardner. He's allowed a lot of touchdowns this year, I swear to God. One-on-one coverage with CeeDee Lamb. Tried to swat it, but completely missed it there. And that's another touchdown, Dallas. As we're going to start with the give. Brees Hall will get 6 there. We're still going to establish the run game. Again, we're only down by 7, so it's not like we're down by 21. So we can still run the ball here. As it's 2nd and 4. Garrett Wilson, a lot of congestion there on that play. All right, it's now 3rd down and 4 after the incompletion. Mason Taylor is back in the game. Mason Taylor, that throw is way overthrown by Fields, incomplete, and that's going to have to be another punt. All right, here steps the Dak. He is continuing his good day. 18 of 20. I don't know if it's my sliders, if I need to find better sliders. But we need quarterbacks to throw more completions, as you get what you ask for sometimes, I guess, as that was, I want to say, Quinnen Williams with the forced bad throw there. It's incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10. This is prime play action for Dallas. They love to do play action. Never mind, it's a toss. They also like to toss. As Javonte Williams will get outside there, will make it a lot more manageable. 3rd and 2. As it is now 3rd and 2. They're going to have 2 backs. Blue and Williams. As Dak's looking, and Dak breaks the sack of Quinnen Williams, but is brought down by Jermaine. Oh my God. Brought down by Jermaine Johnson. Finally, I can get my fucking words out, as the Jets defense will make a nice stop there. And we're going to get that to Wilson, who will hold on to the ball, breaks another weird play there. It's 4. All right, it's now 3rd down and 6 here. Fields going to roll out right. Fields has enough speed to outrun Micah Parsons. Justin Fields on the right sideline. Justin Fields is finally pushed out of bounds, not after a huge run, getting us inside the 10-yard line. Fields hasn't really taken off too many times these last 2 weeks, but gets a massive run there and gets us to the 9-yard line. Sorry, the give and carry a Brees Hall there. So anyway, 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Here hits Malachi Corley. Touchdown, Jets. That's Malachi Corley, the 2nd-year receiver from Western Kentucky. Even stumbled on that route a little bit, but keeps his balance and gets the touchdown. He doesn't have a player card or a player face, a bust. That's what it's called. A bust? Yeah, it's a bust. It's like, whatever. Touchdown, Malachi Corley. I keep forgetting to put him in the slot. Josh Reynolds has been in our slot for like this entire season. I didn't even notice, but Malachi Corley gets the touchdown there on Trayvon Diggs. The Mevis extra point will tie it at 14-all here, start of this 4th quarter. That was less than 2 minute long drive. We have tied it up at 14. What would Dallas respond with? Play action, Javonte Williams. Prescott over the middle, has an open George Pickens. And in one play, they're already in our territory. And pretty quickly, the Cowboys are already in our territory here. Run, Javonte Williams breaks the tackle. Fumble! We pick up the fumble! We finally force a fumble! And it's a big one. Recovered by the veteran Michael Clemens. Who forced that fumble? You're getting yourself $1 million pay raise there if we win. If we win, though. I believe that was Quincy Williams who's been laying the wood, laying the hammer down all game. Finally gets one to come up, and we will get the ball. Finally, what a play, Quincy Williams. We're in a motion here. Fields will fire. Garrett Wilson makes the catch on the sideline there for the 1st down. Or not for the 1st down. As it's 3rd down and 2 here for the Jets. Should we try a run? Get that Brees Hall out of the backfield. We'll get enough for the 1st down. Moving the chains. 1st down and 10 here. Ready to keep it. Fields. Loss of 4. Thought that would have been a big play there. It's a good tackle. Fields will roll left. Fields will just have to throw this one away there. And there's an injury to the offense. That's going to be Elijah Vera Tucker, who went down last week as well, and he's going to go to the locker room. That's not an amazing sign there. It's 4th and 14 now. The incompletion. Try to get that to Lazard, who makes the catch. Alan Lazard is going to be a yard short. That was a tight window there. Had no room of error, but just outside the reach. And we're going to kick a 49-yard field goal here. Harrison Mevis. Mevis's kick is going to be good. Maybe we should have gone for the first down. But I think our 4th down conversion rate has not been very good so far. So Bruce Sternum, that's the concussion of Madden. So he's going to be out for the rest of this game, and hopefully not next week, though. 7 left in this game. And they're going to start with an RPO to Jalen Tolbert, who breaks the tackle. Why is Jalen Tolbert breaking every first contact? I swear to God, he's working every tackle, every first tackle attempt. Second down and 3. It's a stretch left side. Sauce Gardner, please make the play. Okay. They were going to give him that stiff arm animation, but they gave me the animation back. Anyways, 1st and 10, Dallas. McDonald is still injured. It's a handoff. Come on, tackle him. Gardner, you got to tackle him. 3rd and 2 here. Third and 2 here for Dallas. We're going to send the blitz. Prescott is pressured, and he is sacked. Met by 3 Jets defenders there in the backfield, and that's going to be a 4th and 11 sack. That was Sherwood. That was a lot of guys there on that play, but they're going to give most of the credit there to Quinnen Williams. He sent the blitz. It looked like it was Quinnen Williams and Jamie Sherwood on the sack there, and a little bit of Brandon Stevens there, and that's going to be a Dallas punt here at 4th and 11. All right, 1st and 10 here. Up by 3, we have the ball. Oh, I keep thinking if you don't hold it, it's keeping it. God damn it. Second down 12 here. We're going to hit Garrett Wilson. That's a throw's a little high, but it doesn't matter. Garrett Wilson will get the first down, and that's probably going to be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2 straight runs there. We'll make it 3rd and 6. First down could end the game here. And we're going to get Garrett Wilson. Throws a little behind him, and that's not going to be enough for the first down, dude. Come on, Fields. You got to fucking make that throw. Throw was behind him, and that's just going to be enough. McNamara, come on. Can we pin them deep? Give me a good bounce. No. God damn it. Just give me one good bounce, please. Fuck. All right, Dallas will have no timeouts, but over a minute left. George Pickens over 100 yards on the day. Defense, come on. You've played pretty good this second half. Just play good for these last minute 42 seconds here. 1st and 10, Dallas. Prescott rolls right. Thought that was going to get picked off by Sherwood. It's incomplete. 10 here now, a minute 39 for Dallas. Prescott evades defenders. Prescott's going to run. Force a fumble. Their quarterback's going to fumble. As Dallas here is going to try to scramble. They have a minute 20 left. How did I miss that sack there? Prescott has time. Prescott's going to run. Dude, come on. Can their quarterback fumble the ball? My quarterback, anytime he gets touched, fumbles the ball. We're going to run contain here, 1st and 10. Dak, short. Williams catches it. It's going to keep the clock moving here. We're going to contain here. They're going to spike the ball. 54 seconds left, 3rd and 4. All right, 3rd down and 4 for Dallas. Spike the ball so the clock has stopped. They have 54 seconds left. Prescott is sacked. Quincy Williams on 4th and 11, and they're going to have to hustle back to the ball. 4th 11 for Dak. They need to get the first down and to keep this game alive. Prescott fires. It's fucking caught. You got to be shitting me. You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. God damn it. Like what I said, when we need it most, defense fucking allows a big play.
First down, Cowboys.
Dallas is going to spike it. Just my fucking luck. Running back holds onto the fucking ball. And here they're still well in field goal range on 3rd and 10. And off left side, Javonte Williams goes nowhere, 4th and 8. We're going to try to ice Brandon Aubrey here with 4 seconds left. It's not going to work. Icing never works on this CPU, so. But you never know. It could work here. 4th and 8. Aubrey's kick is good, and that's going to leave us with 1 second left, dude. Come on. Oh, my God. 4th and 11, they get a fucking 20-yard play, because why wouldn't they? We're going in overtime. Let's look at the score summary. All points came in the second half. All points came at... Wait, is that correct? No way all points came in the second half. It was not 0-0 at halftime. It was like 14-14 at halftime. This game's getting it wrong here. As coin flip. Hold on, can I pause it? I can't. So I can't even move my camera in time. Alright, we'll see. Coin toss. We have won the toss. We will receive. We will receive. We will receive. Okay. I was spamming the button and it didn't do anything. Cowboys will defend, so we will get the ball to start overtime here. So we'll start here. Flag. Awesome. Great start. Flag on the opening kickoff. First penalty of the game, and it's going to be on Jeremy Rucker, and now we're going to have the ball at the 16-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 here. Give the Breece Hall. Nice way to start overtime. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3 here. Give to Breece Hall, who gets the first down. Breece Hall gets the first 2 plays of overtime. And will get us to the 35. Play action, Fields. Gonna throw this away. Nothing's open. There's a flag. Is it roughing the passer? And now I'm starting to get penalties. Alright, 1st and 15. Never gotten that penalty before. Alright, that's cool. I've gotten 2 penalties that I haven't gotten yet this episode, and we've gotten them twice here in overtime. They are pressing Garrett Wilson here. They're pressing Garrett Wilson here. 1st and 15. Oh my gosh. Lofts it. Garrett Wilson all by himself. Garrett Wilson will put this game to rest. Garrett Wilson beats his man. And that will seal this game. If I remember correctly, it's just in playoffs where they get a second chance. It's just in playoffs. In regular season, it's just whoever scores first touchdown. Garrett Wilson, one-on-one with Trayvon Diggs. I thought that was going to be overthrown for a second. That's not the game? Is that in regular season too? Regular season overtime rules to match playoff. Oh, cool. Each team gets possession unless the first team scores a safety on their opponent's initial possession. Okay. Alright, so I was wrong. So they did it in the regular season too. Alright, so now defense just needs to get a stop here. Dak killed us on that last drive running, so we're gonna go contain here. 1st and 10. And off. Williams. Tackled by Williams. Gain of 4. Dallas. 2nd straight run here. Javonte Williams. We are not fast enough to get him. I think that was Tyler Barron chasing him down. 3rd and 2 Dallas. Come on. 3rd and 2. Prescott. It's going to run. Escapes the contain. Come on, dude. Fumble the ball. I wish the CPU's quarterback could fumble the ball here. That would be fantastic if that would happen to CPU, but it only happens to the player because, you know, this game just loves to fuck me over. All right, 1st and 10, Dallas. Is there a 2-minute timeout in overtime? I don't think there is. But to give Javonte Williams breaks the tackle. We're 2nd and inches. Dallas, minute and a half left. If we run out of time and we're tied, it's a tie. Jadon Blue, first down. 1st and 10, Dallas. Toss, right side. Make the play. Come on. Loss of 2, Dallas. 2nd and 12. They're not using their timeouts. They're going to try to hold on to them. 2nd and 12. Play action for Dak. Dumps it off. Incomplete. Probably would have liked that to have been a catch, actually. 3rd and 12 for Dallas. Prescott looking. Prescott is brought down. Fumble. Recovered by Dallas. 4th and 26. Quinnen Williams, 3rd sack. Dallas is going to try to kick. What is Dallas doing? Dallas, you have to go for a touchdown. You can't kick a field goal. Field goal, and you're just giving us the win. 4th and 26. They're going to kick a field goal. What are they doing? Are they going to try? Are they banking on an onside kick here? 4th and 26. They have to score a touchdown here. That field goal is good. They're still down by 4. Now they have 14 seconds? 13, 14 seconds left? And that's the game. Dallas just hands us the win. Brian Schottenheimer didn't understand under overtime rules. Guess that was the theme for both coaches. They never understood any of the overtime rules. But we are going to pull out in a kind of fluky win against Dallas, but it's a win nonetheless. And we are back on the win column here. Garrett Wilson with a long touchdown in overtime. Cannot believe that's the way Dallas just closes the game. Dallas will lose, and we will win 24-20. We move to 2-4. Dallas moves to 1-5. Justin Fields, 16 of 25, 219 yards, 64% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns. Fields' best game passing, I would say. Rushing-wise, Breece Hall, 17 carries, 49 yards, 2.8 yards per carry. It wasn't good, but Fields had 3 carries, 57 yards, and that huge one. And then Braylon Allen had 1 carry, -1 yard. Garrett Wilson, though, the next closest receiver, nobody else even had more than 17 receiving yards. It was Garrett Wilson with the game ball. 8 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall, 3 catches. Lazard, Taylor with 2 catches. Corley even got a catch for a touchdown. No sacks allowed. A ton of tackles, 16 from Quincy Williams, 12 for Adams and Sherwood. 6 TFLs for Quinnen Williams, 4 for Jermaine Johnson, 4 for Quincy Williams. A bunch of guys with 1. 3 sacks for Quinnen Williams, 1 for Quincy Williams, half a sack for Johnson and Sherwood. No interceptions. 2 pass deflects for Sherwood, pass deflects for Gardner, Johnson, and Williams. 2 forced fumbles from both the Williams. We recovered. One of them was clipped. Harrison Mevis, 1 for 1. And we have won. We beat Dallas at home in a kind of a fluky way, but hey, a win's a win, and we have moved on to 2-4. All right, we do have some upgrades after the game. We have an upgrade here for Breece Hall. Not his best game. Probably actually his lowest production game of the season. But Breece Hall, I want him to break some more tackles. So we're going to go power back for him. He stays at 87, but he gets +2 to break tackle, +1 to carrying and stiff arm, and to toughness. And then we have the starting quarterback, Justin Fields, here with an upgrade. I think I want him to get better at throwing short and medium. He's missed some throws that he definitely should make. So we are going to go with Field General here. He goes up to a 76. He's going to get +2 to mid, throw accuracy mid, and +1 to throw accuracy short. And we'll start next episode with a Tottenham Hotspur game. I believe that is London. So we're going to start with a London game against the Broncos, who are 3-2. We're going to like game 2 and 3, but that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had some fun in that Cowboys game, especially when we won. We'll take a look at the standings in the division. We are currently last, but we have beaten Buffalo, so we'll have the tiebreaker over them for right now. And then we've lost to Miami. We have yet to play New England, but we are currently 13th in the AFC. The Raiders are the 2 seed, and the Patriots are the 1 seed. So the AFC is having a pretty strange start to the season with some of the top teams. But like I said, again, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed, and hopefully, you guys are enjoying this Jets franchise. I think 2 games a season or an episode is good. Maybe I try to do 3 for one episode and see how that goes. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you next time on Jets franchise. It's probably FIU Dynasty. I'll see you next time on FIU Dynasty. Peace.